Hello everybody, it is Christine. It is time for a scrapbook process video, and I am doing Scraptember today. And today is the 11th. Now I'm actually out of order, but it doesn't even matter. So today is the 11th, and today's prompt is long title, okay? Which first off, is it's not the cutest little like calendar / prompt thing. It's so easy to find what you need to do. I love that. Okay, so long title. So what I have is the last of this kit here, which was this Color Rush Studio. And what I have left, there's a lot of ice creamy stuff, but I'm not going to use it. I pulled out a doily and these little guys here because I can make a title out of this. And I think I'm going to use basically these B-sides or whatever. And I think what I'm going to do, I was kind of looking at this. I think what I can do, I have two pieces of this, or kind of have partially. I think I'm going to cut this out so it's double layered. I don't know if I've done that before. I feel like I may have. Oh, well. If I have, I have. And then, where's my doily? Well, I just had it. Oh, there it is. I think what I'm going to do is I'll cut this because I want it to be on the side of this. So this will be on this side here with the double flowers. And then I think I'm going to use the doily kind of up here with my daughter's photo here. This is from her little bridal shower. And I think I can make these, if I trim this just right, I can make this kind of come along. I won't need to see it behind the doily, so I'll have enough to go here and here. And I think I'm going to put the title over here. I got to be careful, though, because if I do the double flowers, it'll be, maybe I can bring her up here. Yeah. So, sorry, that was my daughter actually telling me she's heading out. She's heading off to her shop. So, I don't know if I have enough to mat. And so I don't want to use these. These are too summery. Those will have to go into like a bin of summer stuff. But I think I can use the little hearts. I might cut some of those out. We'll see. And I still have, I could mount the photo with this, but then I'm kind of on top of that. I don't know. I'll have to see how that looks. That might look kind of cool actually. So let me fussy cut these, trim that, mount. I do want to mount that on white cardstock as well. And we will get to going here. Oh, those are just laying on my desk. You guys, I will tell you, I'm going to confess something. I have a cut file that I really wanted to use. And I know I have it. I only have 2 cut files in my entire stash at this moment. One of them is like a floral, like circular thing. And I really wanted to use it. I also have one that's like windows. It's from a Hip Kit collection. And I had pulled those two together and I've got them together. And I had them hanging on my wall over there the other day. And I was reorganizing just a tad, not even a lot. And I set them somewhere. I have put them somewhere. And I could have sworn they're in my paper trays there. Cannot find them, you guys. Cannot find them. And I'm going to be finding them tomorrow or something. And I'm going to kick myself because I wanted to use it with this layout. But doily it is. So anyways, let me do my cutting and I'll be back in a second. All right. So I have actually fussy cut that flower. I initially had the idea of putting it on top of the other one so that I had like a double layer flower. And then I kind of laid it down there and I thought, no, that looks really good in that upper left corner because I'm, again, making my diagonal that I love. So I'm actually going to put that in the upper left corner. I will put like foam and stuff under the edge leaves so that they kind of lift. But yeah, that's where that's going to end up. So I'm cutting my photo mat here. I've already mounted the photo on just white cardstock. And then I've got this little diamond pattern that's actually the same thing that the flower's on, making that the photo mat, and I kind of had a weird shape left, so, but it kind of worked out because I was able to cut it along like the straight part, so I think it actually looks kind of cool. So here I'm going to lay down the diamond pattern with the flower on the right-hand side. I'm just going to use my fingernail and kind of rough up the bottom a little bit because I'm going to take the yellow hearts in just a second and put it toward the bottom. So I'm going to fast around this for just a second here. Not real bad. I mean, I know kind of where things are going. This is not a terribly complicated layout. I'll just be honest. I didn't really have much left in the way of embellishments with this kit. So I did end up having to get into my stash. I pulled out my color binder and pulled a few little things out. This is where I'm kind of picking out the yellow heart pattern that's going to go on the left side of that. I'm thinking I might have to have it up here and then come all the way down. And I don't, though. I end up deciding, hold on one second, I may sneeze. So I'm so sorry. So sorry. Thank you for anybody that says bless you, because I know because I sometimes do that automatically. Anyways, I'm going to actually not have to have it up at the top. So I'm going to end up, I'll cut one here a little bit longer, but honestly, I didn't even really need it that long. It's going to end up down there. underneath the doily. And then I'm going to, I'll end up gluing the doily down. But again, as I mentioned, I'm going to get off into my stash because I just didn't have any embellishments left. I'm going to give y'all a tip too. So the other thing I did was I went off into my gold foiled, or what do you call them? They're like foam with the gold on top letters or like titles. And I had one, I don't remember the maker. I have it in my head, it's Simple Stories, but I don't know. It's Thickers, but I don't remember well, I guess it's Thickers. Anyways, it had a bunch of little gold letters or words. It had like hello and beauty and pretty and smile and happy, and it had all those. Well, you guys, I got into ChatGPT and I plugged in, hey, give me I kind of told it. I said, this is a picture from a bridal shower, and these are the words I have, and create me a long title. Now, I'm going to be honest, it messed up some of them, because like instead of saying beauty, I said, I have hello, I have beauty, I have congrats, I have smile, whatever, right? Whatever's on that sheet there. And some of the titles that popped out was like beautiful, or it said smiles with an S, which was a little irritating, because I'm like, no, use the exact words I gave you. But in the end, I end up with a fairly decent little title. So if you're struggling with a title and you've only got so many letters, I mean, I'm thinking with letters it would work too. Definitely contemplate using like a GPT. Y'all, I can't talk today. It'll spit something out for you, or at least something that maybe inspires you too. So this ends up being hello, beauty, congrats on your big day. And I think that works out well because I got the 3 big words. I would have preferred to have had small words in between the big ones, but this is fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings too bad because I'm going to use that Cocoa Vanilla. The little letters there is going to spell out on your big day. And it's a multicolored sheet, but I did pick all the same color for the letters. And then you guys, you're going to see me kind of glue down some stuff in a second. I found some little teacups in my stash of stuff I had in my color binder. And I had no idea they were in there. And I was like, well, that's kind of fortuitous because we had tea. So I had some little teacups and they're in the right color palette. I was really happy with that. And then I found those little postage stamp looking things. I used the one with the little yellow border and the flower. The pink little pig looks really cute and the color's perfect. But I didn't want to imply that my daughter was a dressed up pig. So I decided not to use that. I might use it some other time, but not on this layout. I don't think that would have been appropriate. So I'm going to use a little flower one underneath the teacups in a minute. And also there was some cute little lip sticker. And I thought, well, that's kind of cute. So I'm finishing up my title here. I do go ahead also in the little yellow heart pattern paper. I'm going to fussy cut a couple of hearts out because on your big day I wanted it to kind of nestle into the word, but obviously big day is shifted over to the left a little bit. So I needed to put something on the right-hand side of day for it to look right. So I'm just going to fussy cut a couple of these little hearts out. And it looks fine because it's on top of that blue flower and it kind of stands out. And I think that looks really cute. I'm just going to use Nuvo glue to put those down. And so after I do that, you're going to see I've got what am I doing here? Oh, here's my little tickets or whatever. And I took off the purple one because it had like a anchor on it, like a ship anchor, and that's not really appropriate at all. But the other 3 were like, okay, those aren't too bad. One of them says blissed out. One says stay close to people who look like sunshine or something like that. And the other one says enjoy today or something. So initially I was going to put them all to the left of the photo. So I've got that blissed out and that stay close to people. I've got those 2 together. And I was kind of putting the blue enjoy this over the top of it. I'll fast with that in a minute because that's not actually where that stays. Here's where I'm going to put my lower right hand little embellishment cluster. Again, not terribly complicated. This didn't have a ton of stuff. I did also find that little thing that says live and love in the upper left up there. It's got a little bit of a burlap texture to the little banner pieces on it, but it's okay because it's kind of a neutral color, and I think it looks fine with the little teapot or teacup on the lower right has like a little handle in that kind of color, and then of course the gold letters are kind of like, they're gold, but they kind of give you that sense of warmth, if that makes any sense. So I've got that up there in the upper left. I'm kind of looking at this, and I'm still thinking about that blue ticket, y'all. That's not going to be where that goes, though. And then I thought to myself, I got my Shimmers paint, and I think the colors might go, and they do. They look really pretty. So I only end up using 2 of them, though. I pulled out the peach one. I forgot the name, Peach Fizz or something, and then the turquoisey one. I'll put those on in just a second. But then I also found these 2 little rub-on pieces that were just laying on my desk. One's like a yellow flower, and the other one is kind of like a little, what is that color? It's not aqua, but it's like a little tealish, like a light greenish stitching, and it matched the letters, and I thought that looks really cool too. So I just used those little pieces just to use them, honestly. They weren't really necessary, but I thought they looked pretty, so I used them. And so here's when I'm going to pull up my shimmers, you guys. I'm really excited to use this. I'm not going to lie. And I went crazy. I went ham with my little sprinkles. I've covered my photo with this little scrap pieces of paper. And like I've got my little swatch up there. Y'all can see that. That's my little palette that I put together. I curated that. And I started with the light color, which is the peach, because I got worried if I had the same paintbrush or something, I might end up with a mess. So start with the peach, and I just kind of sprinkle that everywhere. I do need to practice getting bigger splotches because everything is so tiny. It could be the brush, could be the, I don't know. I just need to practice with it, but I don't hate it or anything like that. I just kind of would have liked to have had a few bigger splotches. So I got to kind of practice with that. And then I pull out the little turquoise one, and I get a few bigger ones with this one. And I think it's because I had a little water on my brush when I did it. And so I get a few little bit bigger ones, and I'll just kind of sprinkle those all around. And I think this turned out really pretty. I like the little extra oomph it gives it. And, of course, it's shimmery because it shimmers. And so it's pretty. And I like it. So that is basically my layout. I'll pull the little scraps off here. And I'll give you a little slowdown. And you can kind of see how it looks. So isn't that pretty? I think she looks so pretty with her dress. So thank you guys so much for watching. That's another Scraptember layout in the books. And I'll have links and stuff below. There's a Facebook group and there is a playlist. So make sure you check those out. The Facebook group does have the little calendar with the prompts. Somebody asked me about that. You can pop over in there and the little prompts are in there. So if you want to play along, feel free. Anyway, y'all have a great day and we'll see you next time. Bye.